Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you two ways that you can use to swap the values of two variables around in Python. Starting with the first method, I'll use a third variable to store the value of one of the two variables and swap them around. As you can see on the screen, I've got two variables, A and B. By the end of that, it should print out John Smith. So I'm just going to run that and see what happens. As expected, it just prints out John Smith in the terminal. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to swap the value of A and B round so that in the terminal it'll print Smith John. So first I need a temporary variable which I'm going to call C, and that will equal A. Then A will equal B, and then B will equal C. And now I'm going to print the values of A and B again. I'm going to do it in a slightly different format this time round. I'm going to go print A plus comma space plus B, and then I'm just going to run that in the terminal again. And as you can see, the values have been reversed and it's in a slightly different format, so it's Smith, comma, John. Moving on to method 2, I've got two new variables. We've got X and Y. I'm using two different variable names this time round just to play safe, but they shouldn't interfere with anything. This time X is labeled Ann and Y is labeled Smith. When that gets printed out, it'll just print Ann Smith. So let's just run that. As you can see, we've got Ann Smith. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to swap X and Y around. I'm going to do that on one line with no additional variable. To do that, we just go X comma Y equals Y comma X. So we're doing multiple variable assignments on the same line, and all we're just going to do is just reassign Y to X and X to Y. And lastly, I'm just going to print out what the current values are in pretty much the same way that we did with method 1. So just go print X plus comma space and then plus Y, and then save and right click, run Python, run terminal, and as you can see we've got Ann Smith and then Smith comma Ann. And that concludes this video on how to swap Python variables around with each other. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing.